What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mr. Cheap Sense here, and today is, if you really can call it, Good Friday, because I know for a lot of people out there, there's no day of the week is a good day, but it's supposed to be Good Friday, and I am off from my second job. So as you can see, I just got off from my first job, but hold on a second, because I'm gonna do this different than I'm doing it right now. Let my man boobs out. We're going to do this the way I used to do them. So, today, I wore a fragrance that I am actually kicking myself about not getting because I actually went into Belk's some months back and I was fragrance shopping, walking around smelling things, getting carded samples to test some stuff. And I got my nose on this, which is Chanel Allure Homme Sport or Extreme or Extreme, however you want to say it. I bought this one and I actually had the Platinum Egoiste on the counter along with this one. And the guy talked me out of it because this had just came out, which is Missoni, and it's similar to Bleu de Chanel, but not as close as you would think it is. It just has a similar vibe to it. But he talked me out of getting the Chanel to get the Missoni instead. He said there's no need to have two freshies, this and the Egoiste. So I didn't get it. And sometime later, I ended up with this carded sample, and I actually wore it today. And man, let me tell you, I should have gotten the Platinum Egoiste instead of the Missoni because I like this fragrance so much better than the Missoni. Missoni is nice, but in comparison to this, Missoni is bland. So I should have got this. But whenever stores reopen or if I can order it online, I'll just order it. Somebody did recommend a clone of this one, but I think I'm just going to go with this, especially now that stores have been closed for a while. Certain things are going to be out of season, and you may be able to get a good deal once these stores open up and online sites and stuff starts offloading things. I heard conversation about it last night, but I do want to get my hands on this Platinum Egoiste. It is a very nice fragrance, very fresh. It's not as sweet as the Chanel Allure Homme Sport or Extreme, but this is nice. Very nice. I still can smell it on my skin, and I sprayed this on, at almost 7 o'clock this morning. It's like 5 o'clock now? So that's 9 hours, almost 10 hours on my skin, somewhere around in that ballpark. It's not what you expect. Like, you can't smell it like you did when I first sprayed it on. It's just a very faint skin scent now, and nobody will probably really notice it. Now, off of my shirt, it's still on my clothes, but of course, materials, cotton, stuff like that, it's going to hold fragrances better. But off my skin, it probably died down about the 6 hour mark, I'll say. First 2 hours projection, stupid crazy. It's not one of those, like, it's not gonna be projecting like this Chanel is the Allure Homme Sport or Extreme. This one is super fresh. It has that sweetness to it, and it projects like crazy. People are gonna smell you. I had this on at the hospital one day, and I walked down the hallway, and I had probably been going out of that hallway like maybe 5 minutes, and this young lady I was dealing with at the time, she must have came out of the kitchen and she smelled it. First thing she did was call my phone like, hey, you must have been down this hallway. So it's not going to be like this, but it is going to give you a nice scent cloud, a nice scent bubble around you, and people are going to enjoy it while they can smell it on you. This was released in 1993. Is the information that I got, and it's considered to be aromatic, fresh, spicy, woody, floral, herbal, and green. And every last thing that they said, except maybe the spicy part, I really don't get that. And I'm going to refresh just for a second. I guess there is a slight bit of spiciness to this. When I first sprayed it, I don't pick up on it after it starts drying down on my skin. But it is nice. Top notes of rosemary, lavender, neroli, petitgrain. Mid notes of galbanum, clary sage, jasmine, and geranium. Base notes, you get amber, sandalwood, oak moss, vetiver, and cedar. And it's not much more I can say about this fragrance, y'all. I know there's a lot of reviewers out there who have talked about this fragrance that actually like this a lot. And now that I've gotten my nose on it, I actually like this a lot also. And I really wish I would have got my hands on this when I had the chance to at the time. I know I don't do a lot of promoting buying retail products. But if you can find this at a decent deal, I say pick it up. Online, I think it was like one of the retail stores had it for $70 or $75, which I think that's too much. Personally, I wouldn't want to pay that much for a fragrance. But if you can get it for around maybe $50, I say go for it. Maybe 60-ish. But anything above that, I personally wouldn't do, because I got this for way cheaper than what I paid for this if I would have got the full bottle of it. And being that I got this and Missoni at the same time, plus I used Belk's Bucks, and I used they gave me like a discount for signing up for their Belk's card. It knocked a big chunk off of both of these fragrances together. So honestly, for this and the Missoni, I think I paid like $70 something for both of these, which is an excellent deal if you ask me. You get two name brand, full bottle, presentation, everything for the price of one almost. So if you can get something retail, make sure you can get some kind of deal. Try to sign up for something. See if they have any like rewards things or something like that. Always try that. But with that being said, y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all too long. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. But if you haven't gotten your nose on Chanel's Platinum Egoiste, I know there's a glare coming off of that. If you haven't gotten your nose on it, whenever your local stores open up and you're interested, go get you a carded sample. Belk's, in most places, like my Belk's here, they just grab one of their bags and just start dumping stuff in there. So I had a bag full of samples. But go and see if your local store has any samples. They can give you carded samples. Some stores are more than willing to give you some. Other stores may be stingy with it, like the actual people who you're talking to act like they paid for this stuff, so they don't want to give it to you. But some stores are generous enough to give it to you. So I suggest getting samples, decants if possible, before going out and purchasing a full bottle of anything, no matter where you get it from. But, you know, for the most part, I like this fragrance a lot. I highly suggest it. If you haven't smelled it, get your nose on it. If you can get it for a decent price, once again, pick it up. I am out of here, y'all. Here is, once again, to Smelling Great. Peace. Me and my man Boobs out of here.